what a great pleasure it is to welcome the Bob Group. And we're here to make a very interesting announcement. And I've got all the players involved. Gill Balfour, he's the co-founder of Stone Hut Designs, joins us. Anita Erasmus, who's the head of business services at Bob Group. And Graeme Cumming, who is chief product officer at iKhokha. Welcome to all of you. How are you guys doing?
Good. Hi. Thank you, Aki.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us.
Well, listen, first tell me a little bit about yourselves in 30 seconds, what you each do. Jill, what does Stone Hut Designs do?
So Stone Hut Designs is a specialist website design and development agency. We specialize in all website design, large scale to custom design and development.
Fantastic. And Anita Erasmus, tell us a little bit about the Bob Group.
Yeah, so Bob Group has got various services underneath it. I think the one that we're focusing on in terms of this partnership is Bob Go, which is our shipping service. So we're all about making the whole shipping and fulfillment for e-commerce businesses easier. So I think that's a space that we play in. It is quite a daunting sector, and we really want to make it easy for the smaller and the bigger guys. So that's a game that we're playing.
Awesome. And a cool name, Graeme, iKhokha. What does iKhokha do?
So on the name, iKhokha means pay in Zulu. And essentially, we're a proudly KZN-based fintech, based in Umhlanga. We're 10 years old. Literally all things payment related. So we help, I guess our mantra is helping, small and medium-sized businesses to sort of start, grow, and manage their businesses through payment solutions.
Fantastic. Well, Jill, let me start with you as the co-founder of Stone Hut. Could you please tell us more about this exciting partnership between Stone Hut Designs, iKhokha, and Bob Go?
Yes, absolutely. So our partnership with iKhokha and Bob Go really solidifies us as a leading e-commerce website design agency. We understand the success in the digital marketplace that requires a holistic approach. We're encompassing design, payment solutions, as well as the shipping logistics, so an all-in-one solution. And by aligning with these industry leaders, we can then provide our clients with a very comprehensive suite of services that caters for every aspect of their online business requirements and needs. So we're very excited about the opportunities that these type of partnerships bring. We are able to offer exceptional design with the payment and the shipping, and we're very excited that we have been chosen as the design agency to partner with iKhokha and Bob Go. It's very exciting.
Wow, that's amazing. Jill, tell me, how does the partnership between Stone Hut Designs, iKhokha, and Bob Go create a unique value proposition for clients in the key e-commerce industry?
Absolutely. So by aligning with, firstly, iKhokha, which is a leading payment provider, we are ensuring seamless and secure payment integration for our clients' e-commerce websites, which is obviously exceptionally important for the consumer who's on the website. This allows businesses to provide their customers with a smooth and convenient payment experience, which increases trust and therefore maximizes conversions. Additionally, with the collaboration with Bob Go, which is a smart shipping solution, it streamlines the shipping process for our clients. So by leveraging Bob Go's advanced logistic capabilities, we enable businesses to provide a reliable and efficient delivery service to their customers. So this enhances the overall customer experience, which obviously helps our clients establish a competitive edge in the marketplace. So through our strategic partnerships, we are delivering exceptional value to our clients. So by choosing Stone Hut, iKhokha, and Bob Go, businesses can then gain a competitive advantage by accessing a complete package of services tailored to suit their e-commerce requirements.
Okay, that's fantastic. Wow. I mean, and it's all about customer experience at the end of the day. You make things easier for the customer. They keep coming back. And let me bring you into the conversation, Graeme. You are representing iKhokha. The size of the e-commerce market, if you compare us globally, we're still growing at quite a rapid pace. I think we saw massive acceleration during COVID. Talk to us about the size of this market and the growth projections, and of course the opportunities for SMEs, because this is where it gets exciting, because there are tremendous opportunities out there.
Yeah, 100%, Aki. I mean, I think, by our estimates, we kind of quantify the size of the SME market at about 3 million merchants in South Africa. Huge headroom, and SME is quite a broad term, right? So you're talking everything from, I guess, informal traders to your more formal businesses to your professionals, doctors, whatever. I guess the spectrum of SME is quite broad. As you say, we saw a definite growth through the COVID times in terms of, I guess, switching to online payment solutions, online presence, and making sure that those merchants could continue to run their businesses. People not being able to travel definitely accelerated that. We come from, I guess, the payment space. The earlier part of our business really focused on in-person payments. So really, I guess, like POS machines and devices and terminals. But couple of factors, both the growth in the online e-commerce space and the sort of impact of COVID. We shifted probably 18 to 24 months ago to start building our own e-commerce gateway. So we've built a gateway. We target the SME part of the market. So like our value proposition is really around how reliable can we provide these services? Can we provide them at low cost? So typically, in the in-person space, your banks are providing terminals and they're charging monthly rental fees. We wouldn't do that. And I guess we've tried to take a similar ethos into the online space. Can we provide easy solutions, quick solutions? So we've developed plugins for a number of online platforms, WooCommerce, WordPress, Wix platforms. And yeah, it makes sense that, to partner with experts who, I guess, agencies who are building in that space. So, Joel's team in the market of building websites on behalf of these merchants. That's not a service we provide. So it's a natural partnership from that perspective. If we can put our payment technology into the environment and the customer base that Joel and Anita are trying to meet, it's a kind of natural synergy there in terms of a partnership. So yeah, that's how we're approaching it. We're seeing good growth. There's lots of headroom for growth in the e-commerce space. Like I say, 3 million businesses are starting to wake up to the fact that they can't just offer their services through brick and mortar stores. They have to be involved in the online digital space. Whether that be a website, whether that be through social commerce, there's lots of ways, I guess, of getting involved in distributing their goods online. And yeah, we're really excited about the opportunity and the growth that we're seeing.
Awesome. Now, I mean, staying with you, Graeme, I want to talk about the role of the payment gateway. You spoke about it a second ago, and it's so important, right, in the online buying journey. I mean, it's a critical part of the whole component of e-commerce. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, I mean, it's, I guess part of the job of players like ourselves and the partners on the call is really to, I guess, create a sense of trust, to create a sense of education in that journey. There's so many factors involved, handing over credit card information, figuring out, what am I going to get charged? Is there fraud involved? So I guess our job is to create a product and an environment that A, is safe and secure and reliable, B, is easy to use, and for partners, I guess, to plug in and get their customers up and running, and C is sort of dependable and reliant. It should work every time. It should be easy to use. It should be predictable in terms of its usage. So we've built our own payment gateway. It allows for credit card transactions and instant EFT transactions. So those are the two major payment methods. It's still very early days for us. Part of our roadmap is to expand on those payment methods and get a little bit more sophisticated around that. But I guess the sweet spot for us is we're hitting the SME part of the market. We're not going to big retailers. We're not offering big commercial solutions. There are other players that offer that. We're really going to like I said, the entrepreneur who wants to set up a digital presence, wants to load a couple of products into that environment, and wants a safe, predictable, reliable payment gateway at a fair fee. So that's what we provide. Yeah.
That's fantastic. And very, very exciting. Let me bring Anita Erasmus from Bob Go into this. And let me ask you about the fulfillment part of the entire ecosystem, because as crucial as the payment is, the fulfillment part is the most important as far as I'm concerned. From an e-commerce customer, you're waiting for that fulfillment, that excitement about waiting for your order. How does that role of fulfillment fit into a successful e-commerce strategy? And I guess the one big one is, if you promise to deliver on a certain time, you've got to deliver on a certain time, right? And there's obviously lots of other variables, Anita.
Yeah, it sounds so easy, collect and deliver your parcel. How difficult can it be? But it is quite complex. And I think we've seen with e-commerce, it's sometimes a bit of the less sexy side of e-commerce, right? You've got your website, you can do the design, you get your products, you get all the rest of the things, and then you realize, oh, I got my first order, then I think, oh, I just need to ship it. So it's sometimes an afterthought. And I think what we've seen, it's really important to research that decision and educate yourself even before your website goes live. And the main reason for that is that the shipping cost is a very big expense for e-commerce stores. It's one of their biggest expenses. So you need to determine what is your shipping strategy. I think at the end of the day, to also know what you're going to charge your products for your customers. So there's a lot of things in terms of shipping and fulfillment that you need to consider, I believe, even before you start developing your website. So from a Bob Go side, is we really want to try and make that easier for merchants. To be the one-stop shop where you can come, we can help you, we can educate you, and we allow you access to various couriers. So we're basically the glue between your e-commerce website, might that be on Shopify or Ecwid or Magento or WooCommerce, and the various couriers that we've integrated with. So it's very important that your e-commerce store speaks to your courier company in normal terms. And the way that they speak to each other is they need to be integrated. And we've basically built that integration already. A lot of the smaller SMEs don't have the technical capability to directly integrate into the courier company systems. It's costly, it's complex. So we've built that, and we've said to you, come to us, plug into Bob Go, and we give you access to, let's say, 5 or 6 courier companies, and you can, by a click of a button, basically ship your order, create labels, send tracking information to your customers, be able to manage your shipping costs, and give you access to various courier options. And I think that's important, because certain couriers are expertise in certain areas or offer better rates in regional areas than locals. If you've got the option of various couriers, you can select the most competitive rate for that specific area. So I think that is the real main aim that we've got, is to really try to make the shipping process a lot more seamless, and help our customers educate on how can they do that successfully. Because as you've said, Aki, at the end of the day, your customer wants their parcel.
Exactly.
That's what we're trying to do. And I think we've been quite successful. It's a challenging journey. There's always new things that we need to add and features that we want to do things better. But we're very lucky, I think, to operate in this space.
Oh, that's absolutely awesome. And as you say, there's a lot of complexities, from the payment gateways to the actual website to the final delivery. People take it for granted that you just click, 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 and it all happens in the background. But in fact, there's a lot of factors that go on. You know, I'm fascinated about the shipping. Do you mind sharing a few of those shipping strategies with us that e-commerce merchants can use to offer a great shipping experience? What advice and what strategies can you share with us?
So I think it starts with integration, as I've said, is to make sure that your e-commerce store speaks to your courier information, that the label gets submitted back to your website. So I think that is really important. You still have people that's literally writing out manual labels. So I would say that's a step one. Might that be Bob Go or other type of integrations? I think that is the first step that e-commerce merchants need to look at. And then secondly, there's obviously various strategies in terms of charging your customers at checkout. Do you charge them for shipping? Do you offer free shipping? And that all comes down to, I think there's no one right strategy. It really depends on the products that you're selling. Can you absorb that shipping cost into the markup of your products? Can you offer shipping for free or can't you? Somebody needs
Yes.
to pay for the shipping. I think that's what people sometimes forget. And most of the time, it is the buyer. Directly or indirectly, they are paying for the shipping because it's a cost that the e-commerce merchant, in a sense, needs to hand over to the buyer. So there's various strategies that one can follow. As I said, I think a lot of e-commerce or end customers are used to free shipping and they expect that. But there is some e-commerce merchants that can't offer that.
Okay.
So it depends on your product. It depends on where you're shipping from. And that's an important calculation that you need to make. And I think we've seen a lot of e-commerce merchants failing in that, only realizing 2 months after going live that they're actually making a loss because I didn't consider all these small facts. You also need to consider the size of your product. So there's a lot of variables as an individual e-commerce merchant that you need to look at. And then you can really determine the strategy that you can follow. So as I say, it is quite complex. And that is why we really want to take their hands and say, let us help you. Let us make it easier for you to rather try to go down this rabbit hole yourself. Bob Go can help.
Fantastic. Anita Erasmus, Head of Services at Bob Group. Graeme Cumming, the Chief Product Officer at iKhokha, pardon me. And we were also joined by Gill Balfour, who's the co-founder of Stone Hut Designs. Thank you to all of you for sharing your insights and wishing you all the success on this new partnership. It sounds very exciting, and I wish you all lots of good luck and may the business prosper.
Great.
Thank
Thank
you
you,
very much.
Aki.
Thank you, Aki.